Hello, Apex FN Ammo. Hello, Shames. Haven't streamed in a while, so let's see if everything works. Hello, Max Verstappen and Gigi. Oh, I got the wrong thumbnail on YouTube. Ouch. This is not Road America. 6 hours. How do I change this then? I gotta get better network. What is this? Stop listening to music. You can't even hear the music on the stream. Let's see if the iRacing sound works. Well, you're driving the fixed. Okay, let me put Spotify on. Brabham, what's up, mate? Thank you for the sub for the 4 months. Yeah, I'm gonna try and go live. Like, it's just difficult to go live because it's so hard to set everything up. But then when you're live, it's actually kind of nice. So. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I'm gonna try and drive some Daytona even though I work. Thank you Nelson for the 22 months, mate. What's up? YT music? No, I haven't. I don't think it's good enough. I like my own music. Maybe some volumes are a bit messed up. Mic should be good though. Yeah. It's tough, yeah. I enjoy the vacation, mate. Let's see now. I don't know, to be honest. I think Acura is pretty good on Daytona. Without BOP, like, it's a very random car, but thanks to the long straights, I think it's pretty usable here. But I think most people are going to be in the Ferrari anyway, so. Oh my god. What's up, Nikolai? Yeah, it's just weird overall thanks to how the car is built in ours. It's very RNG on the tires, that's the issue. I got a little bit too loud music. Your car. I was just on my Smurf right now. Like, it takes a while to log into the accounts. I can't really be asked doing that. That's like a 3-minute process. I'm gonna do a proper BOP test today. We're gonna do a 10 lap run on every single car. Yeah, this is the same conditions as the data pack, I think. Oh hell no, I might have put the wrong ones. It's a bit higher, I think. I'm gonna go to lap 5, put the active reset, and then see. I'm on the p1doks setup, Apex, FN Nemo. I'm on the, like, I haven't touched anything on it. I'm just running it standard. Yo Alvaro. Hey, it's been a while. It's always been a while when I come back streaming and then I disappear.
Just set your fastest lap of the session.
Yeah. Oh, it's been working. Yeah, I'm gonna drive Daytona. Hello, there you go. Oof. You can come try it, mate. I won't send it away though. I'm just gonna be off to drive GT3 at the moment, even though I really like the car. Oh, cars. Don't think I'm doing Suzuka now. Next special event I do is probably Petit Le Mans. I might have the right times. I'm not sure. I think it was 42. But anyway. Bro, slide a playlist. Always the same shit. I just put Eminem on and these are like cute songs. If you listen to it. No, a playlist. No. Yeah, the fastest LMP2 is probably the Dallara in RC. Oh, I got my throttle control back. I'm not hangover anymore. Oh, I feel so good in the leg. Still waiting for the moment you listen to Golden in the middle of the night. Golden. track. Alright, son.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
1 minute out, thank you, miss. Taking one for the team. No! I get paid very badly. I think I'm getting like 40 euros this month on Twitch, mate. I'm doing it for fun. But I didn't stream anything, so. I do. I work at a rental car in track at the moment, if you're asking in real life. Otherwise, I just do data packs and esports. Okay, it's a solid first try here. I don't know what my actual lap was. I think if I'm lucky, I could do a 5. I remember when I built the data pack, I did a really good setup for this week, but I was hangover, so my lap wasn't like perfect. I wouldn't say it was perfect. Let's see. 649 I did, and I did 694 now. First try. Oh my god. Oh my god. Some people can live off sim racing if you do like press and stuff. What the? I swear the active resets haven't been fixed. Like the tires are random, 100%. Accurate. Can't even troll with the Acura here, it's pretty good. Experience, Summit. Valid, ultimate, valid. Bro, first try I do a 694 and I'm not gonna be... Hello, Oliver. Able to beat it. I swear there's something up with like tires still. When you active reset, has to be. I'm not missing out. I do not like anime. IMSA fixes probably Ferrari. I want to get a better lap in and then I'll do a 10 lap run. See the average pace of the car. And dig in from the pits again. Bro, I don't know why it's so ass to drive in hot temps. Thank you for the bit. It's unreal. 44 Celsius and the tires explode. You never want a micro. Micro lock is very, very bad in GTP. To do. I don't prep for normal weeks like that. For a special event, yes, I prep on AI. But for normal weeks, I used to test drive. What an improvement! I'm about to improve like nothing. But that Buster was kind of shitty. So I think, yeah, there definitely is a 5 in it. I should go for a 5 before I leave this car, I think.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
What is this? 2,000 improvements to my original time. Amazing. I missed that chat message, whatever it was. Yeah. It is a lot of... Yeah, I'm on 360. Can definitely improve the oval corner as well. Or the exit onto the oval. It's another 10th probably. Or half tenth at least if I don't drive like an idiot. Dude. I'm telling you, like, hot temps in this game is... anything is better. People always say it's delayed. I don't really care, to be honest. If it's delayed, it's microseconds, so I just drive whatever. If it feels good, it feels good. Oh my god, dude. It's unreal. Braking zone is different compared to... Oh, the braking zone is different depending on how you push the tires in the beginning of the lap. It's insane how sensitive those guys are. Jesus. Dude. Broke nothing and stopped the car more quickly. Nice. Great. I drive them because it's the fastest class on everything. It's more fun to be the hunter in IMSA races. But on feeling, I like being freeze more, to be honest. Ouch. I want to try and get a 5. Before I do a 10 lap run. No, I just think it's more fun to be the class who is fastest. Like, why would you want to win the third overall class instead of the overall class? Like, for example, in Petit Le Mans or Daytona 24. I'd rather win the top class rather than like G3. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree on that one. I don't think they fully scanned it either, they just added this. They gotta do the scan like this in real life. No! Dude, I hate this bus stop, it's such a joke. Man, I missed a tire model that wasn't shit. Hello, Spets, thank you. Like, it's... Oh, it's unreal how shit these tires are. Oh my god. I swear to God, this is unravel. Like hot temps, it doesn't work. Like they have to put lower temps. The tires, they can't withstand anything. Like they have to run colder temps on purpose or something to fix this. It's crazy. August has been chill. What about yours? Like, how can the rear start sliding there? It's literally a perfect trail-off. I don't get it. It's just tire temps spiking. Look at that trail-off. Super, super calm. And I just lose the rear on entry, so I have no traction on the exit. What is this? No, I drop it before they cross. Way before. It's just tire temps. Like, here. I drop it here. Yeah. Totally RNG. Maybe. Yeah, I thought there was a 5 in here. I mean, there is probably, but it's not a good hot lap car. That's just facts. It just ain't. Bro. Please. What do you mean? What's caddy at Sebring? Yeah, but I want to extract the full potential out of the cars when I do those tests, and the Ferrari is just harder to get it all out of. Yeah, like, fuck me, dude. What is this rear end? Well, to be honest, it's the rear end, it's the front end. Whichever tire decides to spike in temp. Let's cook in the bus stop. Dude. That was a solid bus stop. I don't know how I'm losing time. Oh my god. It's all about throttle control in those times. Unreal. Like, I'm not even micro-locking, but it's just losing the grip. Do you do a BOP test on fixed setups over the car in this select? No, I don't. Fixed setups, there's no point in driving on fixed setups. Because I honestly don't know how to do setups for their own cars in the game, so. It's better to just use open setups from the beginning, because I'm not running fixed anyway. Like the only time you should run a fixed setup is if you're driving the actual fixed series. Well, let's try the bus stop again. Totally RNG, so maybe I just gain time here now. How is that slower? That exit was literally perfect. Well, it's consistently doing 6s pretty easily. It's just so hard to extract everything out of the Ferrari. Like getting down to the optimal. It's way easier in like the Porsche, the Acura. BMW is also very hard. Wait, what's my ARB doing? It's unreal. TC, hello. It probably is the Ferrari, to be honest. At least for the general public. Like all the guys I coach, they struggle the most with Ferrari. Easiest? Right now, I like it's very track dependent. I don't know. Porsche probably for most because it has late entry understeer overall. Fefe is the worst car on braking in the entire game. Yeah, Acura's pretty good. Oh, I missed that message, send it again. Since you hit 8k ironing, what? Nah. Brother, like this bus stop is totally RNG. How would I practice to do that? At that point, stint practice is the best thing you can do. Just stint practicing. You learn less on hot lapping at that point. Just finding the best car. Well, it's gonna be a while here. I mean, there's no hidden technique in finding the last 2 times. Like, you know the overall stuff, then it's just being about more on the limit, which you find. Oh, you mean on the lava track? Hello, Sam. Yeah, it's unreal. It's like driving on ice. Slightest over. Yeah, I don't know. One thing's for sure, and that is if Ryzen keeps doing shit like this with tires, LMU is definitely gonna pause in the future because they actually care for the game. That's something I can give LMU. %. Yeah, I have. I don't like it at the moment. Well, mostly it's because of the interference and or the interface and the UI, and like I've said it like 100 times. I won't go over it again. It's just repetition. Yeah. I'm active reset. Start finish. I'm not doing more than this. Literally perfect.
Just set your fastest lap of the session.
Damn, that took some time. Yeah, there's a lot of things going into that exit that you have to do. In Ryzen, you can't just focus on that corner. Like, if you want a good exit out on the oval, you need to go way more easy in the entire infield. Like, you have to sort of pick the corners you want to be quick in. That's the ridiculous thing about this game. So you try to save tires for the exit onto the oval to really make sure you have maximum traction. You don't want any snaps at all in the entire infield, but you can push it to the limit out on the oval. That's where you can actually push it. So that's sort of how you get a good exit out of there. But you also need insane throttle control to like be on the limits. But yeah, I won't hit more than that. Like a 5 is in there, but it's just totally RNG. And yeah. Acura is definitely going to be the faster hot lap car here, no doubt. To be honest, let's see how the Ferrari is on a long run, because maybe it improves the laps, because that's the Ferrari. Shields on the tires a lot. So it's not really fair for it to do the hot lap on the same lap that the other cars do it. Like the Beamer or the Acura. Like the Caddy, BMW, Porsche, all those cars, their hot laps are like lap 3, 4, because they heat up tires immediately and they're really aggressive cars. This car's hot lap is probably lap 7 or 8, or 9 maybe. So let's see, I'm gonna do a whole run. Gotta chill a bit though before I do that whole run. Yeah, the forecast has giga traction because it has understeer on late entry. So every time you come into a corner, you overheat fronts, if anything. Ferrari, for example, if you do the slightest wrong thing in the braking, you lose the rear on entry, which carries on to the exit. This is race fuel, Mohammed. We always do race fuel on p1doks. I'm gonna put the what? Can it work? I'm not really sweating right now, Dries. I did do a lot of active resets, but to be honest, I didn't really sweat. It's a W's. Okay, so Hyper is not working. Yeah, amazing. The usual bullshit. Oh, it's working now. Or? What's a Gooner fan? Arsenal. I don't really watch football. Nah, BMW won't really be good here, is my guess. It's gonna be Acura and Ferrari, top 2. Acura and Ferrari, and then Porsche third, I think. Well, I guess BMW could be decent. Nah, I don't know. For sure, the top 2 is Ferrari and Acura. Okay, let's do a 10 lap run then. For a 24-hour race, it's 100% no doubt the Ferrari. But in a 24-hour race, the BMW could be good as well, thanks to it's very good in rubber. It has a lot of micro snaps on exits that gets removed when there's so much rubber in the track. Yeah, like around here the Acura can be good because, like I said, it's the straights are so long. So the tires pretty much cool down a lot. Okay, let's do a 10 lap run. How many laps is that? Sure, I should have 8 laps remaining when I'm done. What's up, Melty? I don't feel washed. But I'll see. Alright, dude. Yeah, I missed the old one as well. think everyone misses the Yoba. Tyler got like a 35-0. We had a coasting session as well. Not after today, mate. We got an internet disconnect in rural America. Nah, we were leading. We were gonna win that race easily. But to be honest, the good thing was me and Ate prepared like nothing. Because I didn't have any time. I had like 2.8 hours of prep before that race. So we didn't really throw any time away, you know. Always next to you. Yeah, he did some. Well, you got P2, it's not awful. But y'all could have won. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna cut that lap and count it down.
Give up that time.
I'm not restarting this 10 lap run. Did you get out already? Tips for which GTP? Which one are you doing? Okay, lap 4 was better. I should have done lap 4. I wouldn't have lap 5. Yeah, well, it's hard to say a general tip for GTPs because they're all so different. But I guess overall, you should not be braking too hard. You have to be very careful on the brakes. Very, very careful on the brakes. Okay, we improved the lap, okay. On lap 4.
Lap of the session.
That shot right there, that was micro loss, and look at the time we lost. And now the tires are cooked. I missed that message. Can you send it again, Gato? Yep. You always get it on plain paper when you have like this. Like hot temps. No, my fault is not really high. It's that I have triple screen. So it looks wide on single, I guess. Because on the stream you only see one of my screens, maybe, or something. A Gen 4 car around Watkins Glen. I don't know. Wait, I don't even have that car, I don't think so, sorry. Thank you for the sub, Alex. Yeah, but I like to sit far into the windshield. Because I like to pretend that my sim in real life is the cockpit. If you see the cockpit twice, it doesn't make any sense. That's sort of how I place myself in all cars. The only thing I want to see is out of the screens. Because why would you want to see it double? Why do you... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. A lot of people do that, I don't know. For me, it's just nicer. And it's a hot take, but I think it's more realistic as well. Because why would you see, why would you want to see the cockpit in the game and in real life? For me, that's weird. I like to pretend that my screens are the windshield of the car. I mean, obviously, if you don't sit as far in real life like this far forward, obviously, but if you then take the measures of where the cockpit is as well, then it's better. When you put it like this, it feels like you're a part of the car, you know? Like, the real-life cockpit is the actual cockpit, and then the screens are the windshields. Or the windscreen, or whatever it's called in English. This feels better for me. It feels more one-to-one. Yeah. It's actually a lot easier nowadays to switch from GTP to GT3s, because you can actually push a lot in GT3s now in comparison. Yeah, give it a try, Godo. Because I'm doing a 10 lap on Alvaro. Or maybe it's 9. I don't know what it will be. Yeah, you sort of just have to accept the fate and bust up what the tires want to do with you. just after that. No, this is for him, so. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do kill him. Jeez. Ridiculous. I have no idea, I'm not a PC tipper. A solid one. I didn't buy mine, so I got a sponsor. Ufuk! What's up, dude? Ufuk the goat. Love it, love it. Ufuk has a 5090? You wanted to send a Mazda setup to Melty? Alright, bro. Okay, one more lap I think after this. It should be one more lap. Car's getting lighter now, so it's a lot nicer to drive, but still have to handle the tires extremely well. Oh my. You gotta text me. Was there an event? Track day, okay. Enjoy dinner, Sam. Okay, this is the final lap. We off track, but anyway. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 9 because the out lap counted. But will you take the 9 lap run then? What car did Broadband do it in? Porsche? The average lap time was a 34.865. How do you determine the limit of your current lap time? That's just something that comes with experience. You know when you're on the limit or not. There's not really any cheat code for that. You feel that. Is that better in white? I think that looks good in white. Wait, no, I'm gonna get black. What? Okay, something like that. That was good. Ford Mustang. The new one? I don't know what the RTR is. Alright, oh shit. Acura. I think we do Porsche first because I might not be able to do all cars today. I have coaching at okay, maybe we stream the coaching and then go back to this. But I have the setups downloaded from p1doks to Porsche anyway, so I don't want to waste time. Bro, I will do Acura after Porsche, I swear. I swear.
Play the bass, boy.
No. Where did the multi-shot go? Yeah, Mantorp is the only Swedish track I ever drove on, I think. It's a good track, but it's hard to compare for me. I drove a Kia Optima, so... Did you change tires or was there the road tires? Oh, semi-slicks. Can you drive them legally on the road or? Oh, okay. Welcome back, Sam. Oh. Yeah, this is low chord music, mate. Did you know that house music has like the best frequency for your brain to like not stress? It's not a playlist, once again, bro. I just search up one song and let it run after. It's just me, my go-ahead Spotify like, you know, the music I listen to. So it like mixes after what I listen to, you know. No, not DJ. It's like, it does that anyway. It's the computer doing that. Like if you put one song and I put one song, the same song is not gonna come after, you know. What did I just read? have DJ as well, but that's not what I use. Yeah, DJ is hit or miss completely. But I think it's a cool feature. Yeah, but sometimes it puts up bangers from like 5 years ago. And you're like in the perfect mood to listen to that. The Porsche is insanely easy to drive compared to Ferrari. Like I gotta say, like the general public, definitely the Porsche is the best car for general public. Okay.
They say you cut the cord. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gain.
Yeah, that's a jinx. Yeah, people who jump into the GP, I think the Porsche is a great car to start with. It's a bit more on the understeer side and it's very balanced. That was a 35.3, Andrew. Slowed down, by the way. And this is not the hot tap either. Bro, top end is not everything about this track. Even if you'd like to think so. Oh, John? Thank you. I forgot the shift. I'm flattered. Ah! Might be a Porsche week. Yeah, I guess it's gonna be a good car. And it's pretty simple to drive. So. I'm gonna do Ferrari when I drive. Ferrari, because it's so good over
Just set your fastest lap of the session.
Maybe. I really don't prep early though, like, that's old. No, you can't in iRacing. You can't break to 100 in iRacing. Especially not in GTPs. In GTPs it's a big no-no. Like you are able to do it physically, but it's so shit for the tires. It's so bad. You lose so much rotation. Okay, this is a pretty solid lap. What? What
Just
the?
set your fastest lap of the session.
Hold up. Let me lock in. Why is that kind of solid lap? Yeah, but you gotta remember that changing the cylinders affects how the tires behave and the region on GP. So you can't just go off feeling on that. Man, the weird thing with the Porsche is it feels so stable on the throttle. It feels amazing when you get on throttle, and then it can randomly just snap. At least the Ferrari, it overheats the tires like all the time, but at least you feel every time it happens. Bro, I think I might have misjudged the Porsche a bit. I'm not gonna lie, this shit might be better than the Ferrari this week. We're gonna see on the average pace, but that was not a great lap, and it was still a freaking 694. Okay, same thing that happened in Ferrari is happening, so maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, same thing that happened in the Ferrari is happening. You do a lap that feels kind of shit, and then you start active resetting, and suddenly the car has less grip. Yeah, it must be a skill issue, clearly. What the fuck? Earlier a guy asked, how do you feel the limit? I changed my answer to you can't actually do that in Ryzen because it's totally RNG. Updated answer. Boom! I hate this bus stop so much. Can the ERS deploy, bro? I'm at 90%. Deploy, 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 deploy. I thought lap 4 was gonna like start deploying more. I don't know, probably yeah.
New fast flat for you.
They need to make them less, like you can overheat them too easy. I don't know how you call it. They're too sensitive, the tires. That's what they have to improve. Yeah, I don't know if it's a core or surface. I don't really look into it. I just go based on what I feel, and it's terrible. But yeah, most likely, I mean both. Dude, how is that an off track? Hyper lap. This shit is easier to drive on the floor as well. No cap.
Just set your fastest lap of the session.
Yeah, that's how it works. Sadly, in actually spot on. How did I lose so much time though? I don't think a 4 is possible, but a low 5 probably, yeah. Bro, I fucking missed shift on the entry up to 4th. Haha! I like triples more. It's a solid lap, but there's more. Like, I'm not racing, Simon. I'm practicing. Going fairly okay right now. Hahaha! What is that? What is that? Holy unk. Holy shit, dude! Yeah, I might just leave it. I know there's a tent in the bus stop, but... Bro, you have to guess where this car is gonna snap, so it's so rage bait. Like the Ferrari is shit overall on the exits, you know? But this car, like, it feels like it's planted and then all of a sudden you drop it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I understand we're looking, I understand. Tried so hard to change ARBs for that corner now, it didn't work well. Oh my god, that was an exit. Oh no. I'm gonna get an unrealistic optimal now. That was like, you have to guess where the grip is in the Porsche. And I guessed right now, and suddenly you get time. If I want to be in the wall, I'm gonna try it, but I don't want now.
Cut the course. You've got to slow down and give up that time.
Tires make more sense on the grass.
You'll have to
So
slow
we'll try
down
and stay
and
here.
give up the time gain.
Okay, we're reset it, we're reset it. Let me cook. I changed the ARBs for that corner now from 8 to 1, and I locked the front. And now I put the wrong ARB again. It's insane how much of a difference it does. You know what? I'm low-key gonna leave it because the Porsche is fast. But it's like usual, like you have to guess everything. You have to guess every single thing. You get on throttle and you're like, damn, this has grip. And then it randomly drops. Yeah, we're leaving it here. There's no way I'm gonna continue on this stupid fucking tire model. I hit it so well on that 5.78. The rear end, bro, it's so... Oh, it's so weird. I don't know. Should we leave it here or should we go for the 5? I don't know. Yeah, like it was a really good lap. It's just a bus stop RNG. Like, oh great, I hit the bus stop randomly, right? Because the tires did something different. You know, so it's pretty unrealistic to do it. You know, Ferrari, I did constant 614, 620, 630, 620, you know, on every single hot lap. In this car, it's the same, but you could probably get a 5 if you randomly just hit the bus stop better. It's, no, I don't think it's pain, but I don't think it's realistic, because in a race, this is, it's not realistic to hit the bus stop like that. So yeah, we're gonna do a 10 lap run and then hop in the next car, yes. There are 4, 6, 7. Acura after, yeah. Let's see so. But let's do a quick 10 lap run. It is something with the active resets, so maybe we improve the Porsche as well. We did improve the Ferrari when we went out of the pits again on lap 4. Like first try, without even trying. So they clearly fixed the active reset bug on the tires. So let's see. If I improve this one as well on first try, it's just like fully clear that they didn't do anything about it. Okay, I'll do 9 laps on this one as well. What's the repost? Sorry for repost, I just want to ask one. Genuine 3-hour question, why are you balloon braking? In iRacing, what do you think Cat is going to class? Not in the top 3. In iRacing, balloon braking, the tires are way more sensitive compared to the downforce you have, so while smashing the brake would probably make the car stop more quickly initially, it would overheat them, so when you come to the middle of the corner, you have you have way too hot tires, so you lose all your rotation. It's a fact in the GPs. That's why you balloon brake, sort of, especially on tracks with like heavy braking zones, or like turn 1, because you need a rotation super late in the corner, and if you smack it like in real life, you overheat them in iRacing. In GT3, you don't have to balloon brake now though, that much. You can actually smack it pretty hard. Harder than GT3, because the tires are way more resistant to overheating. You can check my Spa 24 stream, you can see the inputs, how much more aggressive they are in GTP now, or GT3 now. In heavy braking zones you can just, boom, smack it. Yeah. The only issue with GT3 is when you get on throttle, you can have 0 TC and just smack it, but everything else is really, really nice, in my opinion, with GT3s. I'm doing good. How are you, Marco? That quarter right there, if you really take a close look to what happened, that's the exact issue with the Porsche. You come in, you drop the rear end on braking, and then somehow it turns into understeer late entry, which is crazy. You can't feel what's gonna happen. You have to guess. Other than that, it's so good. So good. Around here at least. Impossible to drive. The bus stop RNG is back. I don't like the fact that we can actually use the curves. You can't in real life in the same way. It would be way better if we just had to avoid them. So you could actually drive quickly through their own scale rather than random bounces. I think Ferrari is the best one fixed. Overall. Or would guess. Yeah, like this is proves that the active resetting bug isn't fixed, because this lap was, in my opinion, it feels pretty bad, and I'm 100th down somehow. Total RNG in the bus stop.
You cut the course. You've got to slow down and give up that time.
It's ridiculous. Was that lap 3 or 4 though? 6, 7, 8. That was lap 3. That's crazy. I was almost about to improve on lap 3. That's not even a hot lap. What is fixed? Yeah, it has a lot of traction, but it's very unpredictable, like I said earlier. You have to guess. Which is difficult. You definitely cannot take both curves in the Porsche, like in the Ferrari, like the left, right. This one you can only take the first and skip the second one. You probably could hit it, but it's too RNG. Not really, I don't think it really matters. But there's more competition in open, so that's where you want to be anyway. So I guess, yeah, maybe over long term it could. You can't compare open to fixed because they're different fuel levels and temps. But if I draw the fixed setup in this session, it would be way slower. I can tell you that. You can never compare that, because it's never the same temps. Goes both ways. Don't know if I am. We'll have to see. I think it's very honestly, Ferrari, Porsche, you can pick whatever car I think. Together with the Acura, but Acura is probably going to be a little worse in race pace. Yeah, definitely two sprints, they are great. I used them in the past. Yeah, I've changed my mind a bit. I think Porsche might be the meta car here. Let's see some couple more laps. Might start to come now. The overreactive snaps. Yeah, it's like usual. These are in p1doks, weather conditions. Poppy gummy. I don't know why I keep trying to take the second curve, it's clearly worse. So I just want to see if I can get a good hit and then some luck. But I'll avoid it now. Yeah, here it comes. Yep. We're not driving the Porsche. It's still Ferrari. Yeah, that's another tire model special. Is that even a micro lock or? Yeah, you would have just had to guess that you would have a snap there and then you could save it, but this is the type of shit that wouldn't happen in the Ferrari, at least in the same way. This was pretty much unsavable, so. Bro, we had 2 more laps. And the average was already worse than the Ferrari. We had 2 more laps. I did 7. No, I did 6. We had 3 more laps. And it was still slower than the Ferrari on the race run. So the Ferrari is still the GOAT in the race run. I'm gonna just pretend that the next laps were gonna be like 500 slower, because I think that's where it is, and put an average of that. So that should be the most realistic. But yeah. I won't drive this car. Feels great, but when it's random and unpredictable, Sadly, not for me. It's close though, I guess. But the more you come to the end of the stint, I guess the Ferrari will be like 2/10 quicker a lap in the end of the stint. Would my guess be? Let's hop in the Acura though and try and get some laps before we do some coaching. Wait, I turned the chat off, so if there was any questions, I missed them, so send them now. But I actually then turned it off. Alright. I'm guessing this will be paying, so we might just have to take Jaden's lap, because this... Well, okay, let's go in with a better mindset. Could be that Nordschleife where it was actually very easy to drive. You know. This sounds like my BMW on the downshifts. Yeah, I don't think so though. If we put 18-18 here, we could probably do 20. What do I think? Nah, 32s. Yeah, 32s. 31s, probably. It's just that the RC tire model is so sensitive. Not 100%, but probably 31s. We're definitely 31s, maybe 30 flats. Oh shit. That's a stiff front end. This car's undrivable when you have over curbs, when you have when it's not soft. And you have to run it stiff here. I just got a one, like a, what's it called? 118. But it has a small turbo. Yeah, better than 31.9 is easily possible on racing if you do best track temps you can get. It's just that these are terrible. I reckon this is gonna be sort of the same like the Porsche on the exits. Do you not have different weather in LMU or? Yeah, so this is not gonna be the way to go for the race. Can already tell that by the bus stop. Acura is not gonna be there. Hot lap car. Hot lap car. What? It's always the same wind. Bruh. That's ridiculous. Can't wait to speed into the pits by 0 to and get a 45-second stop and go. Yeah, that's low-key one of the things iRacing really should change. Should change it to like 5. And make you able to take it the same stop. Maybe you are now though, I don't know, man. No one wants NASA tires back. Like anyone who wants NASA tires back is just hoping. We just want a tire that doesn't overheat from every single thing you do. A tire that can micro lock or micro slide without completely ruining the lap and the sector you're in. That would be amazing. Yes, yes, Darin, yes. They are size 8, I think. Let me have a look. No, they're 9. Size 9. Oh, damn. That's a lot of traction. Ah! What? I don't know, I just like them tight. I like the gloves really tight. I think I'm like size 10 normally. But I like being one with the wheel. Everyone does, bro, everyone. I usually put my gloves under my suit anyway. My gloves are Puma Speed Cat feather. No worries. This is, I can tell you right now, this bus stop is gonna be on the hot lap. It's just total RNG. Okay, cool. We did a 34.5 or a 34.6. Wow, but it was all luck in the bus stop. It's not a viable car choice. Yeah, you definitely do. Dan, I would say. I swear Acura brakes have to be the best in of the GTPs. Did I say GT3s or GTP? Anyways, GTP, this is the best GTP brakes on the entire sim. Let's try not to die now. I have no idea for GT3.
Just set your fastest lap of the session.
Man! Oh, hell no. Yeah, this car is ass. No, it's not 4/10 of space. I haven't hot lap yet. I'm trying right now. I've only done cold tire laps. This is my first with heated tires. But I can't stop doing bullshit on the braking because I'm overly confident when the brakes are actually working for once. Yeah, okay. Active reset car. Bro. You can't compare fixed to open condition, it doesn't work because you have different temps. Like I said it earlier. It's not possible. The fixed setup has less fuel and usually the temps are better. I low-key think we're gonna give up on this car in split 8 at the time. It's not a viable choice in any world. It is so unstable. Yeah, I'm racing a bit. Yeah, this is race. It's always race when we do these tests. Yeah, like I said, it's a hot lap car. You can get a good lap over one lap, but it's just RNG in every other way. I will end up in Fefe, yeah. Okay, so now again at 10th. If I knew how to take the bus stop in this car, boom, we have a 6. But I'm not gonna sit here and do active resets to get one lap in. Like the car is, that's unrepresentative pace. Yeah, what a joke. we're gonna take Jaden's lap and then just do an average. This is top 10 worst built cars ever in RSing. I don't know how they scanned this thing. Tell me a more hot lap car than this. Unbelievable. Holy shit. Ah yeah, quite a lot of stuff have changed since then. Genuinely unreal. I think Jaden did a 609 or something. But I'm not gonna sit here and spam active resets for that. It's not a good car. The race average will be way more representative, so let's see that. Oh, what a car. Nice. Yeah, it's a good the grip again. Can't feel anything. Bro, this car with a stiff front end is top 10 worst experiences you can have on RC. It's very hard to say. They changed a lot from track to track. But BMW overall, I guess. For right now. Can you resend that message? Because I was focused and I didn't see it. About the GTP question. Yeah, great car. Amazing job, I think, building this car. Fucking stupid bastards. Yo Alex, I'm just starting out using GP with your setup. What car do you recommend? What car do I recommend? Porsche. Great car for starting out. Try to turn the Acura on entry. Challenge impossible. Oh, I really don't like this car. I can't even shift it down, dude. It's unreal. Fuck me, dude. I'm never driving this car ever until they update the chassis of it ever again. Like in an official. Like I'm gonna use it in BOP test, but I can tell you, this shit is never gonna be driven in a special event. Ever. What an unreliable car. Jesus. Don't get blinded by the Acura time though, because it's gonna be way worse in the races. As it's just full on RNG. But the others are tight, yeah. Unreal. This has to be the worst scanned car of all time. I've tried all of them at demo drive and I'm between Porsche and BMW. Well, did you drive them with setups when you tried them out? Or in fixed? Yeah, we were already gonna win multiple events. If we were not lucky. With the disconnects. I don't know, to be. Like, my argument is always the same for why I want to drive GTP. Because it's more fun in multi-class. I mean, I would take the Porsche wagon. Overall, for the general public, the most easy car to drive, and it's decent on all track. Why even bother with this freaking car? Ay, ay, ay. It's not great on race pace, and then also it's just random over curves and stuff. And super, yeah, like look at that. Super, super, super unreliable. Tire shredder. Yeah, I guess you could call it that. I mean, on Daytona, I don't think it would be bad, but thanks to the temps being lava, it's not going to be a viable choice. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna stop there. There's no point in driving this car. It's the worst car on the service. Arguably the worst car on the service that is not a legacy car. It's so badly built, it's unreal. You can probably go fast in it, but it's not worth using it. Even if you hot lap and get a good lap, it's not worth using it because it will do shit that you don't understand. You have to guess everything. Like you hit your braking point, you trail brake in, and then the front end just stops working mid-corner. Like, bro, what? Yeah, I'm still turning. So why is the force... You stopping like that? Okay, mate. If you're gonna drive the Acura, enjoy seeing my rear end in this race. Or you won't even see it because I will be so far ahead. This car is worst experience I've ever had. Yeah, I guess you could go Ferrari or Porsche. I'm gonna go Ferrari. It had pole when every other car was totally destroyed by BOP. Also, it's a good hot lap car if you spam it. It's not excuses, it's facts. Facts don't care about feelings. Wait, where did I get that text from? Oh shit, I got coaching now. Let me just put the average lap. Well, Porsche is as well OP in the chicane. Check DMs, Melty. Melty, bro, you decide, bro. Chat, do we stream the coaching session or not? Melty won't say yes or no, so Chat has to decide. Okay. Let me put Discord on. Sup, King? Hello?
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 Yeah, yes, I can hear you, mate.
Say again?
I can hear you, mate.
Good. How are you doing?
Pretty shit, man. I fucking hate Daytona.
We can change that today.
Okay.
Are you driving the Ferrari?
Yeah. I'm racing with LA, so and he's driving Ferrari, mate.
You're racing with who?
LA.
LA?
Yeah.
Who's LA?
No, you don't know him? He's the one who won Goth Mommy.
What? Golf what? Alright, let's look in. Do you have temperatures or?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh, Alex! Bro.
His name's Alex, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's the pronunciation, bro. Bro, who says Ali? Yeah,
No,
that's
I
the
said
owner of
Ali.
p1doks, bro, Ali.
Bro, no, not Ali, bro.
Let me pop the BOP off. Alright, let's go. It's the standard procedure. Have you done a lot of driving or?
Mate, I drove for like 3 hours yesterday. I can only get 35 for
You doing 35 fours consistently or just one time?
one lap, bro. Consistently, it's high 35s.
Okay. You still have active resets binded and telemetry box on, right?
Yeah.
I don't see the network symbol for telemetry.
It records it. Don't
Okay.
worry.
Okay. Just gotta be sure. What's up, Brad? What software do you use for telemetry? I use IBT Viewer mainly. This is 100% the nicest car on the bus stop in it.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I still fucking suck. I still suck at it, mate.
Nah. I just don't like using Garage 61 because IBT Viewer is more simple and you can zoom in on different sections more easily. So you've done 3 hours of Ferrari only, right? No other cars. You locked in
Yeah,
on the
just
Ferrari from the
Ferrari.
beginning. Yeah. Good choice.
track's too hot for me to justify the BMW.
Yeah. Yeah. Your bus stop is very smooth. It looks very smooth. I mean, you're still on cold tires, but I can tell there's going to be a lot of time there. 100%. Mostly on the entry. This is Melty. It's a guy I'm coaching today. Oh, I should probably change the stream title and stuff. This was lap 3, right? So
Yeah, lap 3.
I think your main issues right now is the bus stop, turn 3, and the oval exit. There's gonna be big time in those for sure. But we'll talk about it over the telemetry.
Opa.
Just setting the lap up.
Let's do one more.
Yeah, put an active reset here as well. Well, lap 4 is the hot lap, so. Let's do one more. You said your best was a 35.5, right?
4, yeah.
4.4, yeah. Let's just do one more.
Damn, that was low-key ass.
Alright, yeah. That's fine. Let's just grab the IBTs though. But overall, I think the main thing to work on here is the throttle control. You're way too smooth. Like, you gotta jab the end more. That's the overall thing.
Too smooth, mate.
You can obviously be too smooth. You can be too aggressive or too smooth. But that's the overall thing, and then you have a lot of corner-specific stuffs that we need to go through as well. So let's grab the IBT.
There you go, mate.
For example, on out on the oval. Oh, you sent it already. That's quick. Let's take that 35.6. So let me put the music down a bit. So the first big braking zones, right? We can see you're peaking a lot more. And I want to talk about this, especially into the hairpin over here, because you have micro locks multiple times into this corner. When you feel like it starts understeering on late entry, you need to switch the way you brake. You need to move the braking zone backwards a bit, like start braking a bit earlier and then peak a bit lower. This way you keep the temps in the tires down way more and you get rotation in the middle of the corner, right? We talked about this, I think, in our first session, right? Quite a lot. And the first 3 braking zones, the one out on the oval and the bus stop is completely fine, but the first 3 is, yeah, a lot of time to be gained, because you lose so much mid-corner rotation from this. You can see that on the delta as well, coming out of turn 1 here. Your exit speed is just, yeah, you see 2/10 up to turn 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
So rather apply it a bit earlier. I try and do it on right before the lamp, this green lamp. In some cars you can brake right at it, but the Ferrari brakes are terrible. So try and lift off. Make sure you don't have any overlap at all. It's super important in those temps. Especially when the track is 43C and it's Daytona. So this is like one of the tracks where you really, really want to avoid overlap. And then try and be at the peak pressure at the green lamp. Basically, okay?
Okay.
Into turn 1. The trade-off is completely fine, really. You just have to brake earlier, peak less, and the trade-off is perfect. And to be honest, there is no overlap, so you just have to move all of it back. It's just focus on braking earlier, really. You can really see as well, my car rotates a lot more in the middle, because the way I'm about to, or able to go on throttle, you see how much better up to the traction limit on the exit, right?
Yeah.
That's because my car has rotated earlier. Alright? And when the car is straighter earlier on the exit, you can plant the throttle more. So that's how I gain the time in turn 1 really. And it's quite a lot of time, so I think turn 1 is... I didn't really see that when I was looking at the Discord screen share, so good to have that in our back, or in the back of our minds. But I think there's gonna be bigger stuff later in the lap. But yeah, turn 2 is exact same issue like turn 1 basically. So that's a good thing. It's a habit we need to get rid of. Only a 10th in the second corner though. But you see it's the exact same pattern, right? You need to get a bit earlier on the brakes, lift off a bit earlier, hold a bit lower peak pressure, really preserve that temperature in the front tires, and use the mid-corner rotation you get, right?
Okay.
You definitely had some micro snaps on the exit here as well. You can see that on the Delta, because you're applying the throttle the exact same way like I am, but because my car is straighter and a bit tighter on the exit, I gain time on the exit, right?
Yeah.
Like this corner, it's super important in GTP that you really want to get it straight as early as possible. In real life, you would probably want to come out and extend the exit a lot more to carry speed. But in our sim, because the tires are so sensitive, you gain a lot more by getting the car straight earlier. When it's straight, you can plant the throttle super much more quickly. So the reference I try to use is always this white line. I was talking to Tyler about this as well in the session we had. You never, like, you know you have done something wrong if you come out here, all right? You always want to be inside of the white line. Otherwise, you extend it too early and you can't carry the speed, right? So that's a good reference to use on the exit of that corner. Because really the exit is where you gain all of the time there. Moving on though into the horseshoe. The second horseshoe maybe it is. And it's a bit smaller here. The brake reference we have. You're almost at my point. But like I said earlier, this corner is super important. You don't miss it in because you lose so much time by braking a bit later here, and you microlock super easily, right? And I think you did microlock here as well on the specific lap. And you can see it's just the same pattern in the Delta as before, right?
Yeah.
In the middle, you gain a little bit of time, maybe a little bit on the entry as well, like late entry. But then the exit is where I gain it all back, right? So here, your mindset also, in general, needs to be to try and keep it a bit tighter all around. Because here, you really want to push the front tires to their limits. The more understeer you induce here, by keeping it tight, the more traction you will have. Alright?
Alright.
So it's a pretty Daytona specific technique. You can see that on the line as well. I come in a bit tighter. I keep it tight on the apex and then super tight around. Only for the reason that I want more traction, okay?
Okay.
You can see that as well on the throttle, really proves it, right? Again, I'm up earlier to traction limit, like the first hit on the throttle. And then I'm a bit more quickly up to peak as well on the throttle. And it makes a huge difference around here, so. Yeah. Not much more advanced than that really through there. A good thing, like I said, also to keep in mind is like, I don't know why it's like that here. I think maybe it's the rubber, maybe it's a bit curved. I'm not 100% sure why, but when you miss the apex here ever so slightly, like even with half the car, you lose so much time here. You need to keep it tight. You need to try and touch the curve even a little bit. It's a good reference to use. Alright.
Alright.
And then moving quickly on to the oval exit corner. Here is we had a bit of a corner specific thing. Like the first three is very similar, right? So if you learn one of those things that we've talked about here, trying to apply those techniques, you can gain a lot of time in all of those three corners. But here it's a slightly different issue, and it's every time you're turning in later, okay? You need to come in a bit tighter here. Every single lap that I saw, at least, if we take another one here, you're always tight or wider in, right? If you take it to my white line.
Yeah, I see that.
And it's sort of the same like the corner before. You do not want to miss the apex at all here because you glide out and that understeer just never stops. They overheat immediately, you take a wide line, and you can never get on throttle. The car just doesn't rotate. So your goal here always wants to be, like, rather take a little bit more of the grass than too little, okay? You always need to get in on this curve. So the braking is fine here, I think. Your braking point is fine. The peak pressure is very good. The trade-off is very good. It's like perfect almost. You're matching me entirely. You're just turning in too late. It's super, super minimal, but you can see it here on the steering wheel angle, right? The initial turn-in, like the very first like initial turn-in. I turn a little later and more, so my car sets to a tighter direction. And I come in, get more grip over the apex, and that sets the whole corner up way, way better for me. And then, yeah, that's the entry. Then we have, on the exit, you were so smooth, like I talked about, you know?
I see.
You can see I'm sort of jabbing it more, right? And you have to be a bit more reactive if you want to get to the limit on the exit here. If you just smoothly apply it the way you feel like, you're way more likely to get micro snaps and just lose the momentum entirely on the entire straight. So you get up to the traction limit, and then you need to work it. You need to feel, okay, is the rear about to step out? Okay, we lift off a bit. We try again. Oh no, the rear steps out. We lift off. Come back. You know, you have to be really, really reactive. So it's good to have a very stiff pedal for this, by the way. I don't know if you're using a very soft one, but in GTP, in general, especially on tracks like this, you want to have the stiffest spring on the pedal to be able to control the late end of the traction zone, right?
Got it.
I think I've gone into this earlier as well, but it's very, very important on Daytona, especially in those temps. Okay? You can gain or lose so much time on that. On late traction zone exits. But yeah, that's the whole infield basically. We've got like 8 tenths to gain there, and 4 of those is in the first 3, where the issue was the exact same thing, right? The braking mostly, and not getting the mid-corner rotation, right?
Alright.
So I would right now try and improve first 3, keep those in mind. The oval is for later, I would say. The easiest time to gain is going to be in the 3 first. But let's move on to the bus stop before we get out on track again and try and implement some of those techniques. Alright. So this is like the only entry I pushed a bit harder than you, okay? But only the initial, like the left-hander. And it's the trail off where I'm more aggressive, right here. So peak pressure, we're quite sort of the same, but the trail off I hold more aggressively, okay? So I'm able to brake a little later and carry more speed in. And then for this one, I'm a bit earlier and harder as well. You can see that here, right? Bit earlier and harder to really make sure you slow it down. Very controlled entry. And then obviously, I'm not gonna try and force you to do this, but the optimal way, like if you know you have done the bus stop right, you're able to smack it up to 80 or 70%. All right, it's pretty much the same in every car. But the thing with this is, if you force the throttle too early, or if you brake too early and you do this, you're just gonna end up in the tire barrier or in the wall, because it's gonna be too early. It's gonna go into understeer and you're off, right? So rather be a bit more safe here, like you are. But that's how you gain the time here, really. You need to push the entry a bit more, and then when you get on throttle, it needs to be decisive immediately. You can see how much I gain from on the throttle point, right? On the delta.
Okay.
It's super difficult, the bus stop with the new curves and all that stuff. Well, they're not new anymore, but I guess to try and make it easier for you, try and really separate the bus stop. You separate the left and the right hander. You brake first for this one, aggressive trail braking, you lift off entirely, rolling over the curb, and then pretty aggressively when the car is straight, onto the brake again. It will make it a lot more controlled. And then obviously avoid this one. Sometimes you were hitting it, but let me just see the... Yeah, okay, you're trailing in all the way, so that's good. Yeah, I guess it's gonna be difficult to improve here, but it really is just carrying a bit more speed in, bit more aggressive trail off in the first one. But yeah, this one is 210s, and it's the most difficult corner to gain the time in. So in this session, I would rather focus on the free first, like I said. Try and turn in a bit earlier for the oval. You're doing everything other right there. Pretty much perfect,
right,
other than the throttle control as well. Try and be a bit more reactive. But yeah, we gotta get those peaks down now for the rest of the session. In turn 1, 2, and the horseshoe. Well, second horseshoe. So yeah, let's try and work on that. Try and really have this picture in your mind, right? A bit earlier, just a tiny bit earlier. This could make it look a bit more like over exaggerated. But it's super bit earlier, and then holding the peak very constantly until you trail off. Okay?
Okay.
Because one more thing, just we talked about this in other sessions, right? Where I talked about the optimal way to brake in the GP, right? You get on the brakes, you hold peak pressure, the exact same peak pressure until you turn in. That's when you want to trail off. But if we look at yours now, you get on the brake and you almost, like you're almost never at the peak, right? You get up and you trail off immediately, right?
Okay.
So try and remember that as well.
See that. All right.
But yeah, first 3 corners, let's work on those mainly.
Okay. What the hell? Did not save.
Did you touch settings or something?
I didn't touch anything. Entering options. Okay. All right.
Bro, enter options, no way.
iRacing's trolling, mate.
It's good to get some cold tire practice in anyway.
I guess, bro.
Anyone still here in the chat? It's been quiet. W's. Well, coaching could be very specific to the drivers, so don't take notes on everything. It's very driver specific coaching. Obviously there's general stuff as well, like the peak pressure and stuff, but during the race, am I actually supposed to change any of the in-car adjustments? Like, yes, rear ARB is something you want to work a lot on in the GTPs. That's very important, so try and understand those and use them. High-speed corners, you want a stiffer rear ARB, generally. So, and low-speed corners, the other way around, obviously. No worries. LMP2 is it's a good car to go from to the GTPs though. Remember, I mean you're still on cold tires now, but just remember for later when you're heated, you don't overdo it, okay? It's very slight adjustments. So don't be overly smooth, you know. Like yes, you have to be super smooth in GTPs, but yeah, exactly. Please on p1doks we have notes on each data pack where you can see the ARB adjustments. Do you never change the rear ARB, by the way, in the bus stop?
No. I always keep it 1-1.
I go 1-5, but I guess let's not focus on that first of all. Let's focus on the driving. But 1-3 is a good middle step to go to because it's really nice to have a bit more or less rear end through there.
Okay.
Yes, brake migration is beneficial in some corners. What's the best solution? Try and get 3 and then wait for the season. Yeah, or you can fast track and just spam time attack or something. So to be honest, now I'm just seeing this, I'm kind of confused. Yeah, GTPs can be confusing. You just gotta learn it. It's mainly the rear one you want to use, so like brake migration you can leave default and brake bias as well. It's mainly the rear ARB you want to work on in high speed corners. Like bus stop, for example, you want to go 1.5 if you really want to extract everything out of the on the limit. The front is never really a point of changing it. On specific tracks, going up a bit stiffer is beneficial over a stint or low speed corners.
Much speed.
Yeah, a little too late. But mainly the thing there was you didn't hold the peak pressure long enough. Okay. I think your braking point was fine. It was a bit earlier, but you dropped off super early again. In turn 1, you gotta remember it's super important to hold a very aggressive trail off. Well, you were doing that before. It's just now that you're changing the peak pressure, which when it could become a bit more difficult. But yeah, remember that like flat line on the top of the telemetry. That's the peak pressure. You want to hold it in turn 1 for quite long before you start trailing, right? When you turn in mainly. I would say ARB is only beneficial to use if you're within 4 to 5 tenths of the data pack times. Otherwise, just keeping it at standard is more easy. Trying to learn all the techniques and driving first. Yeah, it's a bit bad of a curb hit there. I think the braking point was good. Oi, that was about to be really good. Yes. Alright, so now the entry mindset has changed. You're doing way better on the entries, but you gotta adjust the throttle and be more reactive. You cannot just push it up like a smooth, super smooth trail. But turn 1 was amazing there. Like, I think your entry was basically on par with my entry. It's just the exit, you need to be more reactive with the throttle. And you might see the delta go up a little on the late entry, but that's probably a good sign for you right now, because your exit is going to be better, you get more mid-corner rotation. But, yeah, looking at the telemetry there, like on the input graph, you were holding the peak longer, and you got so much more rotation late corner, so... Yeah, the off-track is...
The off-track makes no sense. It says as long as you have the tire on the curb,
Yeah.
It'll be good. It won't be off track, but it doesn't count if you're on the air, I guess.
Yeah, I don't really know how it works there. I think it's a white line, but bit too quicken. Peak pressure too short again. Braking point is good, but you gotta hold the peak a little longer. Otherwise, you're coming into the late entry way too fast. Yeah. Remember to keep it very tight around there. Yeah, that's slightly too tight. Or too early turning.
Alright.
Yeah, like what I meant with rather a bit more is the usage of the curb or grass.
Yeah, I noticed, like, what is it? The point you turn in, I'm just figuring it out right now.
Yeah, yeah. Your entry is pretty good here now. It's just you're a bit too cautious on the throttle. Like there, you could definitely have gone way more aggressive. But yeah, let's focus on the 3 first. Like I said, mainly just keeping it in mind. It's important.
That was a bit too late. I felt the lockup.
Okay, so now... Okay, I'll talk about it in the straight.
That was bad.
On the exit of turn 2, like, if you're about to go wide, you have to let it. You shouldn't force it in. You need to do it earlier. The whole point is to have the car straight super early. Oof. That was early throttle.
Yeah, just a bit too early.
Yeah.
But it did make
But you
time,
see,
though.
yeah, it did make time. You see, there was more time as well because the curb hit was really bad.
Yeah. I got way too wide there. Not enough peak.
Yeah, and a bit late. I think you're still too smooth on the throttle, but that's something that's really hard to change. So let's try and fix the entries first. But you're on a good way on doing that. Multiple times, turn 1 and turn 2 entries have been great. So no, not first.
Zoned out there for a minute.
Say again?
Zoned out there for that corner. Then
It's
notice I
down?
went down to first.
Oh, yeah. How do you judge how harsh you can go throttle? I also have the same problem as his, I feel like. Yeah, that's the difficult thing with GTPs. You have to sort of jab it a bit. We talked about it earlier, or I did with Melty in the beginning. At the late exit traction zone, you need to sort of try, you need to go up, and if you feel the rear end is about to come, you adjust down, and you go up on the throttle again, and you come down. And you do that slowly up until you feel the rear end is settling, and then you can smack it to 100. But usually it's a pretty linear way from the traction limit. So first maybe you can hit 60 or 70%, and from there on the throttle control goes to 100, pretty linear.
That's too wide.
Yeah, need to keep it a bit tight still. Keep turning. It's a lot to keep in your mind at the same time though, so. Oi, oi, oi.
Yeah, park the bus there. It's just throttle.
Yeah. Let's just keep working. Yeah, his throttle would be really good in real life, but you have to separate that. iRacing is not even close to the inputs in real life, so a lot of coaches don't do that. They think techniques, you can teach like real life techniques in the game, but it's not even close. So it's all like the knowledge I teach in my coaching sessions, and the main focus usually is like 80% is about the tires. You have to work around the tires and everything.
Oh, I don't know what I was doing there.
Yeah, you have a tendency to like wanting to go too wider on the end. Remember what I said? You wanna, if anything, you wanna go a bit tighter to induce understeer all the way around. I was too tight again there. Like, are you looking at a reference when you turn in there, or how? What's...
I was there. That was. I mean, I just didn't bring any speed there. That's why I cut in so short. I didn't trail in with any speed.
You know.
Turned in so early.
Yeah, but do you use a specific like reference point? You said you did, right?
Yeah.
What I like to do in a corner like that is, to make it a bit easier, rather than looking to the right on a reference point, try and focus on the apex, and when the apex is fully visible, you can turn in. Because if you're focusing on a reference, everything you do is going to be delayed. Your actions are going to be delayed, especially in the corner where the entry appears pretty early, so you can actually see it. Like Roll Atlanta turn 3, for example, you need to use a reference because you can't see the apex until you're on it, you know. But here you can really see it pretty early. So when it appears, you can decide when to turn in. That was pretty solid. Still the throttle control is here, but that was yeah, not bad.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Michael,
the peak pressure. Try and remember like to maybe look at your inputs graph when those things happen, because you can really easily see it correlate. Like for example there, you were way too short on the peak. You came up and then immediately trade off.
Yeah, I'm definitely finding my own habits there. It's so hard to do consistently, but it's definitely faster. I'm getting consistently faster.
Nah, bro, I'm on this mic.
Woo!
Is it that bad? Oh, he's trying to sneak the Spets lines. Okay. In GTP, generally, yes, Valero, because you lose way too much power when you short shift in GTP. I actually do sometimes, Elvis, if you buy the premium coaching session. Turn 3. Is that the horseshoe or which one? Okay, turn 3. Not really. Same way there. rather than focusing at something that's to the left, the apex appears pretty quickly. So when you see it, you turn in instead of focusing on references. References are, in my opinion, only important to use for corners that are completely blind. Like apexes that you can't see until you're like literally on them. Yeah, but pit exit line, that could change, like depending on how you get out of the left-hander. If you're coming wide out.
Feeling the rotation now though, and the infield for sure.
Yeah, it's just hard to get a lap together when you learn a new technique.
It was just no holding the peak.
You gotta try and keep it tighter around the curb there. Same thing in the horseshoe you're coming into now. You need to stay super tight to the curb and induce the understeer if anything.
Alright.
You can still go early on the throttle, but you gotta keep it tighter. Still floating out a bit wide.
Yep.
It's the rear end, you gotta jab it more. Like this power sliding thing, you lose so much time on it. Like, even though that wasn't great, like you didn't lose that much time, even though you were like basically halfway sliding through the entire corner. Yeah, I might stream some Daytona races next week.
Man, it's so hard not making my throttle smooth, mate. It's so hard.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, lock in. Okay, we lock out.
Remember, try and keep it tight.
Oh, that's late. That's not enough speed.
I looked at turn 3 again because I feel like sometimes now you're improving the entry on the input graph, but still not gaining time. And I think you gotta be very minimal in the steering wheel input, and let the brakes do the work, because the brakes are going to turn the car. But like when you do it in slightly too big steps into there, and it's very. Oh.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Way too early on the throttle there.
How do you have such a throttle trace? Well, you don't just have it, you gotta practice. It's a habit.
Yeah, that's what happens when you wash out wide there. It's off camber.
Very good brake trace, but used too early on the brakes. Really need to use that green lamp, or whatever it's called, the green reference.
Oh, did not stay.
This
Not
is for
stay tight
all
there.
GTPs
See if I can do it
gunfights.
here.
It works for all GTPs. Not in general though. Not in
No.
like GT3s or Porsche Cup. Really need to make sure you slow it down more on the entry there.
Yeah. That's probably the most difficult thing, like just getting consistently good entry and exit is the banking.
Yeah.
It's very, very hard in the score. Yeah.
Again, your entry was great. Now it's too late on the throttle in the bus stop. That's
Yeah.
like when you. I mean, I know it's hard, but a good way of knowing if you were too late on it is if you hit the third curb super easily.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
then you had too little speed. You were too late on the throttle, so the car turned way too much. You had too much front grip still. If you push the throttle, it pushes the car away from that curb. Okay, we're getting to the limit on the entries now. This was a pretty good braking point and good trade-off. I think you were just turning too much on the initial entry. Have to be a bit more
It's too early. Way too early.
chilled out in the steering wheel on the entry. Remember the braking is going to do the work.
Yeah.
I feel like you're using some reference into here as well for turning.
No. I just zoned out there, mate. I'll be completely honest.
Okay. I think he's around 3.5K now.
The only reference I use in the West Horseshoe is the
He was
braking.
he was 2.9K in the beginning of our sessions. We have had 3 sessions so far. But
Let's
the
try to
first
smooth
sessions
this
you gain
out.
the most time usually, so it gets harder the closer you get on pace. Ouch.
Just too early.
Okay, that's forcing the throttle.
Yeah, way too much. I felt it.
Rather brake a bit later, carry more late entry speed, and you know. Oh, bro, zoning
Man,
out a
that
bit too much
curve.
now.
That curve hurts so much in the score.
Gotta keep turning in the middle. I coach anyone, but the closer you are on pace, you have to try and remember that you won't see like as good results as like Melty, for example, if you're way closer on pace, because the last couple of attempts are way easy. Like I can tell you what to do, but at the end of the day, when you're that close, you really gotta get the practice in. Like I can guide you somewhere, even if you're 3 or
I was
like
almost decent until
2 or 3 tenths off pace, but it's
Just
way
sliding.
easier for someone who is 1 or 2 seconds off the pace to gain time quickly, obviously. Like I've spotted another thing now on the telemetry, and it's because I saw you driving a bit, and it's always like it stops rotating. It looks like your car stops rotating at the apex every time at the apex or right before. Yeah, and it's because you're not turning. You can turn a bit more. Like in turn 1, for example.
Am I just like releasing the wheel too much? Too early?
Late entry, super late entry. Like basically when you're done trail braking, this is right before the apex. You always turn like on average 10 to 20 degrees less than me at that point.
Okay.
So in turn 1, for example, I turn 76 degrees at the peak and you do 65. And it makes quite a big difference. It's a late entry, right when you're done trail braking. See, it turns better now. And then, yeah, this corner. It turned better now as well, but just another thing, like I do 120 degrees there at the peak steering point angle. And you did 120 earlier.
Okay.
Same in that corner that you just went through. I do 120 as well, and you do 100. At the apex, basically.
I'm getting there though. I'm
Yeah.
definitely very more consistent. Like I can only get 35 9s, 35 8s.
Yeah.
With maybe a 4 on the hot lap.
Okay, now we're coming closer again. Bam! You turned this time. Still, the throttle control sort of ruins it, but like, you gotta use all the grip available, you know, in the front end. Like you see those rear snaps you're getting on entry there. You're not reactive enough in the steering wheel. You have to listen to the car. Like you're turning super smooth, and then the car just throws the rear end in. You know, you have to make more micro adjustments, I guess you could call it, on the entry. If you do the steering in steps like that during the braking, you're gonna throw the weight transfer around like crazy. Holy bus stop. Wow.
Wait, that might be faster than my optimal.
Might be faster than me.
Son.
Okay, like, there were multiple corners on that lap where you lost a lot on the exit, but still a 5, you know? Pretty solid. Optimal's down as well.
Yeah, no, turn 1's definitely hardest on the braking because I'm so used to just releasing once you start putting any turn in, any wheel rotation, but because you're so low on peak, you don't need to release it until you actually turn in.
Yeah. Oh no, oh no.
Too tight.
You can stop there actually, let's stop there actually, because you've gotten your optimal down a bit. You didn't improve your all-time lap.
The optimal is what
0.
It's
35.0.
Tyler's regular lap, mate.
Yeah,
I can't let that slide.
that's good. But before we leave, can you hop on my screen share again so you really have the...
Yeah.
Because you're sort of nailing the entries now, right? We don't even need to put your new IBT, right? Even though it was a bit faster. You still like the mistakes are still the same in the steering wheel, really. So, like
yeah.
turn 1 here, for example. Let's just focus totally on the steering wheel angle, right? Very similar on the entry, but you have those big steps, like here, for example, left and then right. Super big movements, right? It needs to be very micro fraction in the beginning. Let the brakes do the work, right? And then at a super late entry, right before the apex or the maximum rotation point, I start turning way more than you. There's so much more grip on the front tires there that you can use when you brake the right way. So my guess right now is you're used to braking late and super hard and then trailing off immediately. This spikes your tire temps a lot, which means when you come here, you can't really turn more because you don't have that grip. You've overheated the fronts too much, okay? But when you do it this way, you brake a bit earlier and you hold the peak down. You also hold the temps down. So at the late entry, you will have more grip in the front end, especially, which means you can turn more. There's more grip available.
Okay.
That will get you rotated way quicker. Your car is going to be straighter way quicker. And look how much earlier I can go straight on the steering wheel. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's what you need to work on right now. The braking has improved mainly, or mostly, especially in the big three, the first 3 corners. But yeah, now the steering wheel inputs, you're getting there. Like at some of those laps, you were nailing it, but then you ruined it by the throttle control, right? A bit. But we're getting it we're piecing the puzzle together. So, but it's the same here. You know, you can see you have a bit larger initial steering wheel input, right? And then at a super late, like I let the brakes do a bit more work in the beginning. Let the car turn in very softly, light-handed basically. And then right before the apex, or at the apex, at the maximum rotation point, I turn. That's where I really rotate the car. That's where you have the most mechanical grip, and you really need to turn the car around. Okay?
Okay. Alright.
And then here, just repetition again. This is super similar to turn 1, right? I'm very, very, very linear, and like micro steering on the entry, right? And it's like in steps, you see? This just throws the rear end around. This is what we want to avoid. Let the brakes do the work, super light on the steering until you come late entry and apex, boom. That's when you start turning, maybe induce a bit of understeer even. And then from there, super quickly open up the steering wheel because your car is straighter earlier. Just like turn 1, okay? So that's where that exit time you're losing. Like you're about to gain and then you lose it back, right? That's where it is right now. Mostly the steering wheel and a bit throttle as well, but I think you improved pretty well. The braking and the peak pressure, especially on the laps you nailed, you were a bit more consistent as well. So yeah, you just really gotta piece the puzzle together now. But try and really carry the steering wheel input. Just look at this and really carry it into the future. I guess we could do another session here because I think Daytona is a pretty good track to practice on, especially when it's lava temps.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's it for today. So,
Alright.
Good job, and you're probably gonna get to 35 zeros very soon. 35 ones probably, which is very good for you. What's your already now?
4K, mate.
Okay, 4K even. I thought it was 3.5.
No.
It was 2.9 our first session, right?
No, last session Spa was 2.9, and then Road America was like 3.5.
Yeah, 4K is pretty giga, so. But I think it's gonna be a pretty competitive week. But even if you can get to 35 ones, 35 zeros, you can farm a lot of iron this week, 100%. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Neil's in the chat. Sit down, man.
Okay, chill. Calm down. All right, mate. See you.
See ya.
All right, I think we're gonna not continue the BOP stream because I gotta go eat. And I'm hungry. I might finish the BOP tomorrow. There's the BOP for now, though. We have the Cadillac and BMW left. And then I'm gonna do the LMP2 as well, but that's for tomorrow. Yeah. I'm gonna leave the VOD up. So, thank you for watching and see you guys next time.